Have you ever been so busy that you didn't even know how tired you were until you stopped moving? But then the second that you sit or go to lie down, bam, the fatigue hits you like a wave. If I'm being honest with myself, the past 10 years have been a lot. We welcomed our first son into the world and moved to China when he was 3 months old. It was tough navigating life as a new parent in a foreign country, immersed in a completely different culture and language with no help and no support system in place. Then we moved back, had our second son, and ended up moving 3 more times within the USA. Oh yeah, and there was that not so small mission that I embarked upon to declutter the 30 years of stuff I'd been accumulating after losing my family and my childhood home. It only took me 3 years, no big deal, right? The freedom that we felt after getting rid of 95% of our stuff and moving to Europe with 8 suitcases was exhilarating. It feels as though the next few years passed like a whirlwind. The struggle to find and settle into a new home in the middle of a global pandemic. For a long time, I was washing our dishes in the bathroom sink because we didn't even have a kitchen. We tried to think of it as an adventure, which made eating off boxes on the floor a lot more fun.
Our house is empty.
And I thought he said that it's antique. We did our best to get into a new routine, learn a new language, make new friends, and explore new opportunities. And I had been juggling all of that and more on top of starting this channel here on YouTube to share the joys of minimalist living. Of course, it always felt so amazing when I was able to read comments from people all over the world saying that I had inspired them or helped them or changed their life in some way. And I'm sure it's because I love helping people so much that I didn't realize how tired I was becoming. You know how the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. That's why 3 months ago, I decided to take a break from YouTube, and at the time, it was absolutely terrifying, the idea of walking away for so long. What if they forget about me? What if no one wants to watch my videos when I come back? But one of the things that I preach on this channel is the importance of slowing down and setting boundaries, and how saying no to certain things can give you more space to say yes to others. I realized it would be hypocritical of me to say those kinds of things to you and ignore the advice myself. So although it was incredibly hard and I felt incredibly nervous and guilty and worried about leaving for so long, I also knew it was exactly what I needed to refill my cup so that I could come back here with renewed energy and motivation. So where have I been and what have I been up to? That's what we're talking about today. Hi there and welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa and I am the founder of A to Zen Life, where my mission is to help you conquer your clutter and simplify your way to a happier and richer life with less. And I am so happy to be back here on YouTube after a 3-month hiatus and social media detox. I've definitely missed making videos for you, and I appreciate all the messages and emails from those of you who have been checking in on me this whole time to make sure all was well. So today I'm super excited to share some of the things we've been up to and the secret projects that I hinted at in my last video. One of the reasons I wanted to do a social media detox in the first place was to have more time to connect with friends and family in real life. Not long after I started my break, my father-in-law celebrated his 83rd birthday. How amazing is that? And we decided to host the family at our home. And normally we are a minimalist family of 4, but when the entire family gets together, there are around 20 of us, give or take. So it's always an adventure to plan food and seating for that many people. Hopefully we can fit everyone. Let me tell you, in this family, we are serious about eating. My husband comes from a long line of restaurant owners, and my brother and sister-in-laws are absolutely amazing chefs. And of course, it can be hard to cook for so many people at once, so we did decide to order quite a few dishes. There were Chinese delicacies like 鱼香肉丝, 饺子, 北京烤鸭, as well as Turkish food like kebabs and Turkish pizza. Each family also made a dish or two of their own, but my professional chef brother-in-law pulled out all the stops and made one of his specialties, an abalone dish. And along with the abalone, he also braised daikon, which he skillfully plated on a dish with Canadian wild rice and a few fresh greens for color. Now, everyone really enjoyed this delicacy, and I did too. The only thing I didn't eat was the sea cucumber, which I gave to my husband. Everyone was happy and smiling as we sang happy birthday to my father-in-law and we blew out the candles. Not long after that, my husband and I took the boys to Valencia, Spain, and we were keeping the trip a secret from the boys right up until the last minute because we wanted to surprise them. And all of the swim lessons that we have been taking paid off, and they loved splashing around in the ocean like little fishies. We stayed in a 2-level Airbnb with a spectacular view of the ocean right outside, and it was so amazing to wake up each morning and see the sunrise just painting the water and the sand in dusty rose and peaches. And most days we ate breakfast and lunch at home to save money, and then each night we would go out to dinner and treat ourselves, sampling the excellent local Spanish cuisine, and of course we had to have paella. Most nights after dinner, we would go for a walk on the beach to dip our toes in the water one last time before bed and let the boys climb a bit. They had these really cool climbing castles located throughout the beach. There's just something so restorative and healing about the ocean, and I absolutely adore it. Being by the ocean is like my favorite thing in the whole world. My husband and I took turns waking up early in the morning so that each of us could at least once go and watch the sunrise from the beach. And the zoo in Spain was absolutely fantastic. There was this one area where you could walk around and the lemurs are just like out there in the open hanging out, and the boys really had so much fun with that. In fact, if you aren't already subscribed to my channel, make sure that you go down and do that now, because next week I'm going to be sharing a video about that trip a little bit more, and also my best minimalist travel tips that allowed us to travel with only 1 carry-on luggage each for 2 weeks. Of course, it wasn't all fun and games, rest and relaxation. I had to do a lot of catching up on my blog, so I spent a bit of time writing some blog posts that I'd been meaning to publish for a while, including a complete guide on how to declutter your home, tips on how and where to sell clothes online, affirmations to help make letting go easier, and much, much more. Many of these blog posts are questions that you have been asking me to share a while, and hopefully I can make a video in the future, but until then, I will link some of them down in the description box below for you to check out if that sounds like something you would be interested in. And if you have any other questions that you want to ask me, if you want to see it in a blog post or a video, you can feel free to drop those in the comment section below as well, and I will put that on the list. In my last video, I mentioned that there were some secret projects that I was working on, and one of those was that I was chosen to be a speaker at the Get Organized HQ virtual conference in 2022, and I was absolutely thrilled that so many of you were able to join me and the other awesome speakers there. There were over 100,000 people in attendance, and my session was right after Dana K. White from A Slob Comes Clean, and my topic was about decluttering, why it's so hard, and tips and strategies to make it easier on a mental, physical, and emotional level. I loved hearing the feedback from all of you that were able to attend, and I was so honored and excited to appear alongside so many amazing, talented, and inspiring women. Then, before you know it, it was time for the boys to go back to school, so we had to declutter their clothes and buy new ones because they are just growing like weeds. It's unbelievable. Gugu had an eye appointment, and we found out that he is slightly nearsighted, so we had to go with him to pick out some new glasses. He's 9 years old, and that's funny because it's the exact same age that I had to get glasses. And now Didi is the only one in the family who doesn't have glasses. These are the glasses that Coco picked out. Don't you think he looks like he's ready for his first day at Harvard? Honestly, sometimes it feels like I just blink my eyes and months at a time disappear. Time goes so fast. This little break has helped me realize how much I appreciate having the ability to slow down and be more present and have the time to do less, but do the things that I want to do with my family with more purpose and meaning. To not feel overwhelmed with my to-do list, but rather to go with the flow and enjoy moving through the currents of life as they come and go, and all the ebbs and flows, up and downs that went along with it. I'm so glad that you took a little slice out of your day to catch up with me, and I'm so excited to be back here making content for you again. And if you aren't already, make sure that you are subscribed with all notifications turned on, because I've got some really great and helpful videos planned for the future. And if you just can't wait and you're ready to get started right now, and you're looking for some ideas on things that you can say no to create more time and space and freedom in your own life, make sure to go check out this video, and I'll see you again next week. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.